Spanning between the Atlantic and Gulf Coast is a stretch of highway named Alligator Alley, right smack dab in the middle of South Florida's wild frontier, the Everglades. The Everglades carry many themes, and I find myself in one full of native and exotic creatures, as well as a local phenom, Captain Josh Greer. Today we're going back to our roots and throwing fly for panfish. But this ain't your typical bluegill fishing. We've got a wanted list full of fin felons and a cooler full of ice. It's time to dwell in that old Everglades lifestyle and invite a few fish home for lunch.
That was so sick, dude.
The Captain's Log with Captain Jonathan Moss, presented by Florida Fishing Products.
Busting back there.
Busting here, busting there. I think we're gonna catch some fish today, bro.
Maybe. There's a couple fish in this canal. Just a couple though.
I'm looking forward to spinning a rod and catching fish with you down here in the Everglades.
Yes sir, yes
In
sir.
the John boat.
That's it.
I love it, man.
The old John yacht.
Well, when you're ready, brother, we'll just take off, and this is your home. Look at a big bust right there. I don't think we're gonna have to run too far today.
No. We'll go see what we can do though. Is that a fish?
Yep, I got a bump.
Something waking behind it right now. Thing should have got eaten as soon as it hit the water. There you go. There you go. What do we got? What do we got?
We are on the board, brother.
Jaguar. Nice.
Heck yeah, dude.
They're crazy looking fish, man. Like the South American crappie, I feel
Yeah,
like.
absolutely. I was gonna say between a
but they got a
crappie and a
mouthful of
warmouth.
teeth. Yeah, they got like a warmouth with a big mouth and a mouthful of teeth. They're super aggressive. They get big too. They get like 2-3 pounds. I haven't seen them that big in here, but all right.
Brother, we are on the board.
On the board. Happy little fish. See you, buddy.
Heck yeah. Now listen, we're
Heck
gonna,
yeah,
go back and forth here a little
Hey,
bit.
that sounds good to me. You know, all the saltwater fishing we do and spooky redfish and, you know, all the fish are super sensitive. These fish are, you almost can't spook them.
And this is a fun change of pace.
It is.
You know?
I mean,
we're using the trolling motor, we're on the John boat, just chilling. And the plan, we're gonna keep a few of these.
absolutely.
And
Have a good little fried fish lunch.
heck yeah. Oh, there we go.
Hey,
There's a Mayan.
another one.
Oh, it popped off.
Gave you that rubber hook. Make it more of a challenge.
I'll tell you what, that little schminnow you tied, it's working, brother. As a young kid, I like throwing a schminnow at our juvenile tarpon.
Yeah. It's really a great, don't,
I was picking
don't
it up.
pick up the fly,
I
they'll
was
eat it.
picking it up to throw it.
Oh, we got some fight to him. Nice.
Heck yeah.
Oscar. I got bad news for him.
Yeah, a buddy of mine, I was talking to him about coming down here and fishing with you, and he said the Oscars are his favorite to eat.
Yep.
Look at that guy.
Oh yeah. It's like a freshwater triple tail. First candidate for lunch.
First fillet.
That's right. Oh,
I mean, as
how
soon as
about
it hit
every
the water.
cast? Does that work for you,
As
Jonathan?
soon as it hit the water.
Nice.
All right, here's a Mayan this time.
Oh, we got a Mayan. The super colorful Mayan.
I caught one of those the other day on a plastic in the Banana River back home. Working their way north.
They're a crazy fish, but they can live like anywhere, like
And the
fresh
snook
water,
love 'em where
salt
I'm
water.
at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Up
I was in complete salt water.
Up in the Peace River where I'm at a lot, the snook just annihilate these things.
I love alligators, man. It's just cool to look down this canal and see fish busting, alligators
Yeah,
flopping around.
As
and
far as you
dropping.
can see, there's alligator heads. Especially this time of year, you know, the water's low in the glades, so these canals become the wet spot and the refuge for all the gators. So they all congregate here. Oh, fish on.
Well, they don't call it Alligator Alley for nothing,
That's
right?
right. What we got here? Oh, a native.
Little bluegill. See you, buddy. Get on in there. On he goes.
The delicate release. I mean,
You weren't kidding, dude. Every cast.
literally every cast.
Another jaguar.
Well, that's the great thing about down here. For new fly fishermen, you can't beat it. I used to tell and take people when I had my shop, you know, people just getting started, buying their first setup. This is a perfect place to come, get good at casting, learn to set the hook, learn how to fight a fish, which I think that's the biggest part of why people quit fly fishing is they don't have confidence in it.
Right.
If you can come here and catch a fish every cast on fly, you get real confident real quick.
You're not having to cast far. You know, I just got
Right.
that bust up there. I just bought my 4-year-old one of these TFO combos.
Perfect.
And
You need to bring him down.
I need to bring him down here, show him this.
Yeah.
Look at there.
I think so. I think I remember.
Another cichlid.
Yeah, it looks like a
Mayan.
Mayan.
Yep. Nice.
All right.
Nice.
I like it when there's somebody to take my fish off.
Dude, this is gonna be an easy, fun day for the both of us. Go. See ya.
Awesome.
There he is. There he is.
There it is. Ooh. Might have a contender for the cooler here. Oh yeah.
He wanted it too, man.
Yes, he did.
It's a good Mayan.
The Captain's Log with Captain Jonathan Moss, presented by Florida Fishing Products, is brought to you by Florida Fishing Products, Icon Coolers, Danco Pliers, Temple Fork Outfitters, Skinny Water Culture, and Go Castaway Fishing Charters.
Oh, there we go.
Better one.
Looks like a better one there.
It's a peacock, I think.
Getting bigger as he gets closer. isn't
Yeah, it's a peacock.
he? Nice. Oh, nice peacock too. Heck yeah. We'll take those.
Come here, buddy.
Come here, Mr. Peacock.
Heck yeah.
Oh,
Look at them colors.
maybe. Oh, nice fish, dude. Holy crap. Heck yeah.
I think that fly works, but look how he inhaled it.
it. Those fish are so aggressive.
Super aggressive, and the hotter it gets, the more aggressive they get.
That's the cool thing about all these cichlids, all the exotics. You know, we think about South Florida as being south and super hot as far as we're concerned, but this is the northernmost range of these fish.
Right.
So the hotter it gets, the more they love it.
Well, I tell you what,
He wanted that thing.
he wanted that thing. That's right.
He wasn't coming undone either.
Yes, sir.
Awesome, bro.
And this is a male with that.
Yep, that's
Knob
a
on
male,
his head.
male butterfly peacock.
Here's his colors. Let's get him back in the water.
Absolutely.
And off we go. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Come on up and get it. Oh, I took it from him.
Oh, he did it.
I was right there in the process of grabbing the line.
It's funny, they're not like exploding on it. They're just sucking it under, you know? Like that. Gotta love it.
There's an Oscar.
Is it? Yeah. Oh, come here. Come here.
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah. He's gonna be lunch too.
Now, Josh, I know you do fresh and saltwater trips.
I do.
What do you think the percentage is that you're fishing here? Is this something that you do often?
In the springtime, early spring, I do quite a few trips down here. It's probably only about 10 or 15% of my business. Most of the time I'm tarpon and snook fishing, but this is especially at this time of year, it's a great way to break up the monotony of that, you know, because tarpon fishing can be a struggle a lot of days.
Right, right.
So you go a lot of days without catching a lot of fish. You know, you catch one fish a day, you're doing good. You come down here and catch 100 fish. It's a good way to break it up a little bit.
Heck yeah.
I don't mind it. And being in the Everglades, I don't care what I'm doing in the Everglades. I just like being in the Everglades.
And the variety here.
That's the thing. You can catch.
How many different fish have we caught today?
I don't know. But there's another one.
I just pulled him out of the out of the lily pads.
Yeah.
Another jaguar.
Jaguar.
Yeah, the variety is just insane. And you don't
Yes.
have to change fly.
Nope.
You know, we did. We switched from the Schminnow to this little popper gurgler thing. But that's just because we want to have fun and do it a variety of different ways.
Exactly. Mix it up. Boy, that's a crazy looking bug. I don't know what it is, but I don't want it on me. What made all that commotion? Oh!
I was getting ready to pick it up.
No, you're not.
I was getting ready to pick it up and cast.
Nice.
Another good Mayan.
Another nice Mayan. Oh yeah. The blue in their tail is super cool.
Yeah, they're just awesome fish.
They really are.
Well, what do you think, brother? Throw them in the cooler?
I think we put him in a cooler
Got a
and
mess
go
of
back and
fish?
clean him up,
Yeah. Have a little fish
fry him
fry
up,
lunch.
have a little lunch.
Love it. Love
Awesome.
Tell you, it doesn't get much fresher than this. And it's not every day that I go fishing, come back to the dock, and we're filleting them up to eat them.
No, you know, it's crazy to me how, you know, things have changed over the years. The old timers, especially in Everglades, my uncle was a fishing guide out of Everglades City years and years ago out of an old wood boat, and they did shore lunches every trip. I mean, that was part of the trip. In the morning, you catch some fish. Around lunchtime, you go get behind the island or on a beach somewhere, fillet the fish and fry them right there and eat them. And we've got far away from the way that they used to do things. You know, and that's, especially here in the last few years, I've tried to get back
To a root.
to the roots, right, of, you know, why I fish and where I fish and, you know, some of the heritage and the culture, and especially big in the Gladesman culture that I'm proud to be a part of. You know, my family's been in South Florida since 1918, hunting and fishing in the Everglades. And, you know, even though the days of the traditional Gladesmen are gone, you know, the guys hunting alligators and running moonshine, you know, but we're still here. We're just tour guides, we're fishing guides, we're, you know, commercial fishermen out of Everglades City. The Gladesman culture is still alive. It just gets overlooked a lot, you know. And we rely on a healthy Everglades, which is why a big part of my life is spent fighting for this place and making it better. You know, you and I talked earlier a little bit about, you know, fighting for what we love.
Right.
You know, and I love the Everglades. This place is, you know, not just where I go to make a living or have fun. It's where I go to church. It's where I go to, you know, unwind. It's where I vacation. It is where I work. It is where I have fun. My whole life revolves around the Everglades. So
we're coming in here and we're catching some invasive fish,
yeah,
helping them out, taking them out of the estuary.
Yep.
They're good table fare.
Yep. So, you know,
There's a million of them.
yeah, there's no shortage of them. You know, in my saltwater guiding, I don't kill any fish. I release everything.
Right, same here.
And I think we all should do that because our saltwater estuaries need all the help they can get.
Struggling all over the state.
Where this is the flip side of that coin of these fish are not struggling, and by actually killing the fish, we're doing a good thing. So it's a win-win, and they're super tasty, as you'll find out shortly.
Yeah. Oh, I love it, man. It's gonna be a good lunch. Josh, this looks great, brother.
Yes,
Dig
it
in.
does. Let's eat.
Thanks for going fishing with me.
Yeah.
Cooking up this meal.
Yeah.
Little shore lunch. Heck yeah, man. Oh, no.
Any fresher than that?
No, sure. That's great, dude. Seriously, that is excellent.
Good.
And now, the Tackle Box Tip with Captain Jonathan Moss, presented by Icon Coolers.
Today I was throwing the TFO NXT Black Label Series Fly Rock Combo. I love this combo. TFO has made a fly setup that is easy, simple, and affordable for new fly anglers. This combo comes with the rod, the reel, 20-pound Dacron backing, your line, and a leader. Everything you need to get on the water, and a lifetime warranty from TFO. So you are protected if you break the rod. Simple. This is a 5-weight. For these fish here on Alligator Alley, it's a perfect setup. Lightweight, a lot of fun. These fish are panfish, and just the perfect setup for what we're doing. So if you're gonna come down here and you wanna throw a fly, think about that combo, but also consider your fly selection. Today we're using a schminnow. Now when you're down here fishing for these exotics, it is crucial that you're using green, orange, chartreuse, that kind of a combo, a fire tiger color combination for your fly. These fish eat each other. They're chasing other exotics. So if you have a fly that looks like a little exotic, that's the ticket. You're gonna catch fish. Come down here, try it out. It's so much fun. I had an absolute blast chasing these fish on this fly combo. When life and work get crazy and I need a break, I go fishing. No pressure, just cutting up, catching fish, and having fun without a care in the world. That was today. 2 buddies going fishing. And with a 6-weight, these exotics mean business. For most of the day, it felt like we were catching fish every cast, or at least getting a bite. Mayans, Oscars, jaguars, and peacocks all made an appearance, as well as a few largemouth bass and bluegill. A relaxing, carefree day that ended with the freshest fish fry I've ever had. I can't wait for my boys to get a little older so I can bring them down here. This is the Everglades. This is old Florida. This is why I love fishing in this state.